How's it going, everyone? My name is Destiny Element. I hope you guys are all doing well, and we are back with a brand new video and a brand new game, guys. For anyone that is new to my channel, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us, and for anyone who is subscribed that's returning to my channel, it's been a while. It's great to see you guys. I've definitely been gone for a hot minute. Just life being life, and then also trying to find my motivation and my discipline, but we're back. I'm really excited to get back into YouTube, honestly. And what better way to get back into YouTube than with a brand new video game? I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate enough. We did get into the closed beta for Seven Deadly Sins Origins, so I had to record gameplay for it. This video is just kind of like a way for me to go over what I think is the most important since I started playing it. And then also, I kind of wanted to make this video as a just an easy generalization of what to expect for Origins, and to help me kind of get back into YouTube as well too. Just kind of like a simple video. I may not go super in depth with everything that's currently in the game, because then the video is going to be like an hour long. But I will try to cover what I can. Obviously, you can see we are in Leonis right now. This game looks phenomenal, man. So this is like the hub. You have all the players here. Honestly, I'm really impressed with the multiplayer so far that I've seen in this game. I'm really impressed with the events, the world building. Like, this game is beautiful, man, especially for a closed beta. Yeah, we're just gonna go over some of the different things in this game so far. I'll try to cover um, as much as I can in this video, and then I'm gonna have a couple videos prepared for you guys. I'm gonna try to have a summon video out for the closed beta to go over the animations, show off the different characters. So we'll have this video, a summon video, and then I'm gonna try to get a couple character specific highlight videos out, just so that you guys can see some gameplay of your guys' favorite characters, the different weapons that they use and the abilities that they have. But I mean, besides that, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. Let me know what character you're most excited about. Let me know if you are going to be playing this game when it comes out. And yeah, let's get into it. So guys, the first thing that I would like to cover is the hero screen, the character screen, and it looks phenomenal. You can customize your background. The character models look amazing. You know, Meliodas is in here. We got Diane, we got King, just a lot of great characters. So the first thing I want to cover is how to build your characters, or just to summarize, like, really what to expect when you are building your characters. The first thing I want to say is this game does not have individual health bars for all your characters. So you have 4 characters on a team. It combines the HP of all 4 characters on your team into one health pool. So currently right now I have 37,000 health. But when you come into the character screen, obviously I have 13k on Meliodas, 15k on Diane, 5k on King, and then I am using this new OC character Daisy, who only has 2,000. So just to keep that in mind, this game really wants you to hyper invest in one character at a time, and then let the materials, the artifact, and resources trickle down to the other characters on your team, because it does cost quite a bit to really level up a character and to invest in them. Um, Another thing that I would like to cover as well too is there isn't traditional levels in this game. So we have something called masteries. So if you look at Meliodas, he has Longsword Mastery 1. But if we were to look at a brand new character, let's say Gila, whenever you get a character, you are going to be able to get them from Mastery 0 to Mastery 30 with the first weapon that they initially have in their kit. So for example, Gila is Mastery 0, and her main weapon is a lance. That's the first weapon that she does have equipped. To unlock the other 2 weapons in her kit, you need to get this weapon to 30 first. So basically, you'll get the character, you'll come to mastery, you'll get the mastery to level 30. Once you get to mastery level 30 with her first weapon, then you're going to unlock a tree, which I can go to right here, where you can unlock the other 2 weapons to equip. So you'll be able to unlock the axe, the dagger, and then you're going to be able to get those weapons from mastery rank 1 to mastery rank 4. And then while you're doing that, you're going to be able to unlock substats along the way. So for example, let's take Deanne for example. Deanne will probably be the best way I can explain it. Basically, I got Deanne. I got her to mastery level 30 on her axe. Once I got her to mastery level 30 on her axe, I basically unlocked the star chart, and then slowly I was able to get the axe from rank 1 all the way to rank 3, and the goal is to get all your weapons to rank 4. And then while you're leveling up each of the mastery ranks, there's substats that you'll be able to actually get to and unlock for your character, and you can get these by just obtaining items, buying the items, dismantling stuff, and just killing certain bosses. So that's kind of where most of your stats will be coming from, except another spot which I will get into later. So really the goal is for every character, you want to get their first weapon, obviously to mastery level 30. And then once you get their weapon to level 30, you want to basically equip the character with 2 other weapons, because your character is going to get 30% of the stats from the other weapons, even if they don't have them equipped. So right now, I have Meliodas' longsword equipped, but I'm still getting 30% of the stats from his axe, and then also from his dual swords. So you're working on a lot of weapons, but you're not doing it at the same time. So, you know, you want to get the mastery rank for the first weapon done, then you want to level up the weapon. Obviously, you want to get it to like, I don't know, I assume level 60 will be the max, but, you know, just slowly but surely level up the weapons. So yeah, that's basically it. You know, every character has 3 weapons. For every weapon that the character has, they also have 3 different sets of abilities as well too. So for Meliodas, you know, we have the longsword. His passive is Speedmaster, decreases darkness burst duration by 3 seconds, and additionally inflicts damage equal to 100% of his attack when landing a skill on an enemy with darkness burst. But if we switch over to his axe, increases damage dealt with the normal skill by 20%. So you're kind of getting 3 characters in one, if I'm being honest. You know, it's pretty cool. So that's kind of like the main focus, in my opinion, that I've noticed. Like so far, Deanne is probably my strongest character. Yeah, she's sitting at 10,000 power. And I kind of just go down the list, you know. I got the character, I got their mastery to 30. Once I unlocked the other 2 slots, I equipped the weapons. I didn't max out the weapons, but, you know, I'm slowly kind of leveling them up, like 10, 20, 20, but I'm working on them. And then for the axe, I'm obviously trying to get materials to get the substats, but the goal is to get each of these 3 weapons to mastery rank 4, and then to get the substats that come with it. Okay, so weapons was probably the longest that this section will be, but the next is armor. So armor works the same as pretty much any other game, except one twist. So you have your rarities, you have white, green, blue, purple, and gold, obviously. So as you increase your account level and you're doing grinding, you're obviously going to get gold gear, and you're going to be looking for substats for the right set of armor that you need, just like Genshin or Grand Cross or Wuthering Waves. But something that this game does a little bit differently, if you want to push your character even further, is you have the normal artifacts on the left and the normal accessories on the right, but you're going to be able to work towards something called engraved equipment. And basically with engraved equipment, you're going to be able to make specific cosmetics for your characters, and that will actually be the costume. So once you get to a certain point in the game, you're not going to be equipping armor, or you're not going to, basically you're not going to equip this type of armor, if I could explain it properly. So you're still doing dungeons, you're still doing domains, and you're still killing bosses to get armor like this temporarily. So the goal is to still get gold armor and gold accessories, but soon you're going to be able to craft these costumes, and these costumes that you craft are going to give you a crazy stat buff to all your characters. So for example, let's say DM. I started off with this outfit, and then we got her Serpent Sin of Envy outfit. And when you go to armor and you come over here and you press switch, you'll see there is the chest, there's pants, there's belts, there's boots, there's earrings, there's a necklace, there's a ring. But over here is the engraved equipment, and this is going to give you a crazy stat buff, HP, defense, and then usually the substats and multipliers are going to be beneficial to the character. So I have special attack damage, earth damage, another earth damage increase, attack increase. The wind damage increase really isn't good, but you can re-roll it. And that's also another thing to keep in mind as well too. Your armor and your engraved equipment come with a level. So the goal is to get max level armor or max level engraved equipment, and then you put in the resources to refine it so you can get it to +5, because there is a huge increase when you refine your gear, but it's just super expensive. Moving on, we also have the potential system. Obviously, you're going to be able to get dupes of characters, which will feed into the potential system. But whenever you do get a character to mastery level 30 with their weapon, you do get a free copy of the potential system, so you can contribute to this. And this is just going to increase your attack, defense, HP. You're going to get different passives as well too while you're maxing them out. So lots of stuff to do. You know, you're going to be maxing out your weapon levels. You're going to be mastering your weapons mastery ranks. Like, it's just so much going on, man. Like, between leveling up your weapons, leveling up your mastery ranks, leveling up your armor and accessories to get the engraving equipments, leveling up your potential system. I don't necessarily know if the different costume cosmetics, if they stack or if it's just one at a time that you can have equipped. I'm gonna assume it's one at a time. Um, because I know in Grand Cross you were able to get the substats of multiple costumes up to, I think, 5 and have them equipped at a time. But this game, if I'm being honest, if I had to guess, after you max out all the weapons, armor, mastery, after you get your engraved equipment costume, I can honestly see every character sitting at around 30,000 combat power, maybe pushing 40 depending on how many dupes you have. Because once again, you have to keep in mind, guys, like, all 4 of your characters are going to be built, and all 4 of your characters are going to contribute to your HP pool, so you're easily going to push past 100,000 health. Like, I'm not even maxed out on a lot of my characters, and I already have 36,000 health, so lots to grind, lots to do. This is probably the longest part of the video, because there's just so much to cover in the character selection screen. But the next thing I want to look at is the summon screen. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so here we are. We are on the summon screen. Not a lot going on, honestly, but lots of important stuff to talk about. So this game is an open world game, and I know there are going to be a lot of people drawing similarities to Wuthering Waves or Tower of Fantasy or Genshin, and they're going to wonder how the pity system is because they're looking at a 3,000 cost multi, and you guys are probably worried about it. But let me tell you, you have nothing to worry about. So this game does have a pity system. However, the rates for characters are a lot higher than Genshin or Wuthering Waves or the standard, I guess, let's say, open world gacha that we've previously have gotten. I would say the rates in this game are more similar to Grand Cross or maybe something like Dragon Ball Legends. So you're not going to be summoning 80 times. You're not going to be doing 80 pulls or 8 multis to get the hard pity to get a character. The rates in this game are very generous. I feel like they are going to keep this at launch because I don't think Netmarble is going to follow the same probability system, I guess you can call it. Like, I don't think Netmarble is going to make the drop rates like super low and 80 hard pity because there is a lot of dupes that you need to get for your characters, so I don't necessarily think it's going to be that bad. So I currently did do a summon video. We had about 35,000 gems or star memory. Out of the 35,000 star memory, the 11 multis that we did, 11, almost 12 multis that we did, I probably pulled about 6 or 7 SSRs. And that's what I'm saying. You will probably get an SSR every 2-3 multis, if I'm being honest. Like, the rates are really good. I don't know if they just increased it for the closed beta, but if these rates are the same rates when the game publicly launches, you guys will have no issue at all getting dupes for the characters. They are very generous. I think between the side quests, the chests, the events, the story missions, like, you get 200 star memory from doing a side quest. You get 300 for completing most missions. You know, you're getting like 50, 100 for opening like premium chests. Banner, very solid, very fun. I'm going to have the summon video uploaded for you guys after this video, and that way you guys can see the animations, you guys can see the character intros, and just kind of get an idea of what summoning should feel like in the game. But taking a quick look at the banner, you know, there's Elaine, Slater, Meliodas, Jericho, you got Deanne, King, Gila, lots of great characters. We also did get some new original characters for this game, Manny, Drake, Daisy. I don't want to go too into detail about the story. I'm not going to give any spoilers at all. I will say I do think this game takes place between the end of Seven Deadly Sins and then before the start of Four Knights of the Apocalypse. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I think it takes place between those two series. Lots of SR characters. You got Gil Thunder, Griamore, Hauser, Draydrin, Tristan, but like so many characters. You have a lot of great 4-star weapons as well too. So you're guaranteed a 4-star weapon every multi. The SSR characters, obviously, I don't necessarily know the exact rate. If I had to guess, I would probably say the chances of getting an SSR character are maybe 1.5%. It probably is around that. I would have to see, but the rates don't feel too bad, guys. They don't feel as bad as like Genshin or Wuthering Waves or like Honkai Star Rail or anything. It feels really good in my opinion. And then obviously you have the limited weapon banner. There's a lot of 5-star weapons. Some give attack increases, some give healing efficiency, some give crit damage. I wouldn't focus too much on the weapon banner because I have been playing the game quite a bit, and you actually do get a lot of opportunities to craft 5-star weapons, and not just like, I don't know, like not just like any type of boring, really garbage 5-star weapons. Like you get to craft 5-star weapons that come with crit rate and crit damage, and it's kind of just a matter of grinding and getting the materials for it. Once again, a lot of the stuff in this game are subject to change because it is the closed beta, but I don't think we're gonna see too vast of a difference compared to this closed beta and the public launch, just because the game kind of feels pretty solid right now. And honestly, that should cover most of the summon stuff. Just keep a lookout. I'm gonna try to have the summon video up as soon as possible, but the rates feel pretty good. You're guaranteed a 4-star every multi, and honestly, they make it pretty easy to get the star memory as well too, to build towards your summon. So the next thing I kind of wanted to show off is the current UI. You have the event page, draw, hero info, quest, team. You have a shop, you have the map, mission, achievements. This special codex, this is where you can just collect your heroes, weapons, costumes, pets, and the more that you collect, you get rewards as well too. So they do give some pretty nice options, and I'm assuming this is going to be in the launch of the game as well too. So it gives you a reason to really explore, to look into the different costumes and weapons, and it really kind of like lets you build into a lot of the characters into the game because you want these rewards. Lots of great stuff. So this menu is new. Not a lot of open world gotchas have done this, I feel like, but we do have a pet system. You have a summon, a glide, a ride, and then you have a flight. Your ride is obviously going to be your mount. Your flight is going to be your flying mount. Then you have your glide system and your summon. Your ride, flight, glide, they're all going to consume stamina. Something that they do that I really enjoy is you can capture animals. So they have ways to charm or to bait animals, and you can capture them. And that's honestly one of the first quests that you do. Like you're able to domesticate this bison, and it's unique. It's cool. It gives you a reason to collect animals like their Pokemon, and honestly, I really like it. There's no uh I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. Like you're not going to have super high speed flying, I would say, but you do traverse the map pretty quickly between the glide and then the flight mounts. And so far I've only been using this nightcap, but honestly it feels pretty fast and convenient to me because you really want to take in the world of Seven Deadly Sins. There's so much to explore, there's so much to do. And that's kind of the next thing I also wanted to show as well too. Like this is the closed beta. Look at this map, man. We have Leonis. We have Farewell Island I haven't even explored yet. You have Fairy King's forest over here. You have this part of the Fairies King forest. There's like up here as well too in the Wind Cove waters. There's Furzin. There's Dragon's Grave. There's the Northern Front, Desert of Memories. Like this is such a big beta. Like if I had to assume, right, this is probably gonna be the map on launch. So if I had to guess, like when the game comes out, this is probably gonna be our starting map. Like we're probably gonna start in Leonis and then just slowly make our way like up here to here and then push outwards to this way. And then obviously like with new updates we'll get new areas and like other places to extend on the map. But this is pretty good. Like this is a pretty solid size for a closed beta. On the map you're gonna have side quests that show up. That's what these blue bubbles are. right here is the engraving merchant. So this is actually where you're gonna go to make the costumes for your characters. And besides that, you know, you have your world bosses. Like, you know, you're gonna have like this werebear chieftain. And bosses also, not only do they drop ascension materials and XP and artifacts, but they drop pets too. Okay, maybe not this boss, but this boss, for example, you know, drops pets. This boss as well too, I think. I could be wrong. Let me check. No, not that boss. Is it this one? No. What other boss drops a pet? Oh, this one. So the giant bird, they drop a pet as well too. And honestly, it's not that expensive. Like, you know, you have a pretty solid stamina system. These are called master keys or reward keys. So the reward keys, they're gonna recharge. You're gonna use them. You can get rewards from world bosses, from dungeons, and they refill pretty quickly, I would say. I don't know if this is going to be a public launch mechanic, but you can go into the shop and you can buy reward keys for really cheap, and you get 5 at a time. So for like 150 star memory, you get 15 keys, and a world boss only requires 5 keys to get the loot from. And this is actually really good conversion, because if you do one side quest, you get 250 star memory, or 200 for completing the quest in general. So like, it's pretty nice, you know. I don't know how this shop may change when the game comes out, but for the most part, I've been pretty much enjoying it. You do have your missions tab, you know, you have your journal to complete your missions, and you get 300 star memories from that. You have your specific missions, where if you complete these, you can go on to the next stage, and then you also get general tickets. I'm assuming they're going to do this as well for the public launch. You know, I can't really see them not doing this, but, you know, lots of free multis that they're giving out. And then boss challenge. So currently, these are all the challenges that are currently out right now. I'm actually very surprised. You know, you got the red demon, gray demon, you got the guardian golem, Albion mutant, and then the last one right here that I haven't unlocked yet, which is probably going to be Drake. But all these bosses, you know, you get star memory for beating these bosses, and you get star memory every time you beat the boss. It's not just a 100 time once. So you get 100 for completing it, you get 400 for completing it on normal, you get 800 for completing it on hard, and these are replayable. You can do these as long as you have reward keys. So I don't really think getting star memory is going to be difficult, and grinding for characters will be as bad either when the game comes out fully. But they give out different things. You have blood crystals so that you can craft stuff. Spell beads, basically these magic beads, the green, blue, purple, and gold, you're going to use these magic beads to craft spell beads, and then you're going to equip those spell beads onto your weapons to give those weapons additional substats, if that makes sense. Obviously, you're going to have different gear, you're going to have golds that you're building up to, you're going to have these equipment growths, these are going to be used for weapons, you're going to have the refinement stones, these are going to be used for your equipment engravings or for your artifacts. Moving on, you know, you have these elite tokens for ascension. Let's say, oh, and then you also have blueprints. So you want to basically collect, I think, 20 of these blueprint fragments, and then they're gonna form into one complete armor crafting fragments. And then I think you use those armor crafting blueprints to make the equipment engravings for the characters so that you can unlock their costumes. So it's a lot of grinding, but it's very worth it. It's very fulfilling. You have upgrade stones. These are going to increase the level limit on your weapons. You have, let's see, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. Yeah, just a lot of stuff to really look at. I think what I'll probably do is upload a couple videos of each boss. So like we'll do a video for like the red demon, video for the gray demon, the guardian golem, and then we'll do one for the Albion mutant. And then if I can get to the last boss as well too, we'll do a video on that one as well, because I want you guys to see all the bosses. I want you guys to see the animations, and I really want you guys to see like how the combat in this game works, because I've been having a pretty good time with the combat. It feels good. It's a little different, but it definitely is nice. Besides that, guys, I think that kind of covers everything. Like, we went over the events, the summons, the character infos, like we went over team building, missions, boss challenges, but there's so much in this game. And honestly, I've been really enjoying this beta. Like, this beta feels good. The game is beautiful. Like, the world of just Seven Deadly Sins in general, I think is a great way to you know, gain some attention for the anime and for the manga, because I really do enjoy it. Like, I think if they had to make an open world fantasy game, the Seven Deadly Sins world is probably the best world to do it in. You know, it feels great, and like, you're really immersed in this world of Britannia. Like, there's just so much to do, and the cinematics are also great as well. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the cinematics are honestly really good. Besides that, I think that should cover everything. You know, there's not a lot that I wanted to go over in this video, just because I didn't want the video to be too long, but it probably is already too long. But yeah, definitely keep a lookout, because I will have a bunch of other videos uploaded to the channel. I want to cover the different bosses, different characters, and I'm going to have the summon video also uploaded for you guys. But besides that, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out. Let me know what you guys are most excited for when it comes to the Seven Deadly Sins Origins. And thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.